still do it every night.
What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing.
Travis, my good soul, I've been busting up laughing for the last 30 minutes, just crying, rolling all over in pain. I don't know if I'm ready yet to do the video. But it looks like I get to revive the Porn Wars videos. Vanessa Bayer, who I guess was on Saturday Night Live. She's awesome. As I'm starting to try to get to the news, and it seems like I'm going to have to take a whole year off before I can stop laughing. Oh my God. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Oh my God. Is being accused of sexualizing their noodles. Oh my God. Oh my God. Over a commercial they just did yesterday with Vanessa Bayer. Oh, hopefully that's the mailman after noon. But Kraft has come out with some classics, but it was one-liners. There's the one where the little girl is running around the house away from her mom, who's chasing her with a fork in her hand, a piece of whatever was for dinner, saying, "One more bite." No! One more bite. And then you have the two kids sitting at the table, and the boy tells his mother, who takes some dishes over to the sink. He says, "I'm allergic to all things green." But those just don't compare. This was just non-stop for the whole minute. Oh my God. So I'm hoping the mailman, I want my ballot. I want to vote. I don't want to be last. I don't want my vote not to count. But starting with ABC News, I pull it up, and I'd already watched Trevor Noah, and of course he has his classic liners. But the first video is confirmation hearing, presidential campaign and art, world in photos, October 14th. So, yeah, not interested in that. But then I see Vanessa Bayer with a big old smile on her face, looking all cute with that auburn hair, and Kraft backtracking after Send Nudes ad. Send Nudes? What? Why is there a digital cover-up on the Noodles? So immediately I rushed to find the commercial, because no doubt it's going to disappear. And I found it, and I watched it. And I've been busting up for 40 minutes now. It was awesome. They don't need to backtrack. They do not need to backtrack. And so, we need to go back into why this conclusion is so offensive to people that we're now calling noodles sexualized. And LGBTQ plus, I blame you guys. Because I can see this is going to get added to the plus. My sexual orientation is that I like noodles. And Justice, the Supreme Court Justice said, I like noodles. I've always liked noodles. I eat a lot of noodles. Sometimes I pass out. It was perfect. Oh, the commercial was perfect. Oh man. Oh. And so if we look back on the history of American commercials, we've seen a lot of sexualized commercials. We've had sexualized chocolate, it's sexy and you know it, with M&M's, as he's buck naked. But he's chocolate, so it's okay, right? Oh, well, now we've got naked noodles. It's not okay. There was some kind of cracker that had a commercial, and he was like embarrassed, and they blurred out the cracker as if it was something shameful and you can't show it on TV. But but you can't blame a business for wanting to make a whole lot of money. And there are just certain topics that will automatically guarantee a windfall. Carl's Jr., for example, they used to have their hot, sexy women slow motion eating a big Carl's Jr. burger as the sauce is dripping all over the place, because if it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong on your face. But instead, there were those women who wanted to body shame those sweet, innocent women trying to make a living on commercial finances. But that's what it's all about. Is that we are so bullied in regards to sexuality that conservatives who dominate this land with the conservative religions have completely guilted and shamed and humiliated and just horrible abuses. And yes, they're to blame for making this simple Kraft commercial more hilarious than it would normally be had we been a cultured civilization, not suppressed and oppressed by religious and conservative movements. You know, what kind of sex ed do we give our kids? We don't. Here in Utah, oh, it's abstinence. That's the only option, kids. Sorry, women. You're to blame for your monthly cycle. Sorry, men. You're to blame for your every 7-second cycle. We don't teach our kids. And as a result, what we have been raised to believe is something that time and time again we go into the guilt cycle. Oh man, I'm such a loser. I'm going to dedicate myself right now to repent. And I'm not going to watch those sexual noodles anymore on TV. Because I just can't control myself. If only we would just teach our kids proper education. Scientific based. Not this religious crap. And I can go right to the Bible. All of you who believe in the Bible, what is the first commandment? And Oaks, listen up. This is for you too. Oh, it's obedience. Obedience is the first commandment. No. No, it's not. The first commandment in the Bible is dun da da da, sex. And even nudity. So, I mean, it's just horrific that it was Lucifer who got Adam and Eve to be ashamed of their nudity. They're ashamed of their bodies, that they then thought they had to cover themselves up. And nobody has learned from that. Now, I'm not suggesting that everybody walk around nude. Nobody wants to see me. But we have here in West Valley City, and I haven't heard the outcome of it. And so that concerns me as we then entered into a coronavirus. But a West Valley City woman was arrested because she breastfeeds. And she has stepchildren. And was breastfeeding in front of those stepchildren. How dare she? And then you hear about how conservatives, with the judicial nomination, for example, they want to punish women who get raped. To further punish women who've already been punished with the rape, whose lives are destroyed. And now the government wants to step in and nail the coffin shut. This is their belief. And they say, oh, you need to leave us alone to let us practice how we will. No, you're causing harm to others. You get the Jim Jones, or Tom Jones, the Kool-Aid guy, or the Heaven's Gate guy, or Brian David Mitchell. I mean, these guys forced the agency of their followers. And not all of them involve sex. But this has got to stop. The abuse has to stop. We need proper education for our kids. Not this hogwash from parents and religion and conservatives. This is getting obscene. But this is the kind of damage that the wrong belief system causes. That conservatives can't just lighten up and enjoy a commercial, knowing that if their kids are watching, they've already been properly taught that no, don't take naked pictures of yourself on a cell phone and send them to your friends. And so when the kids watch the Kraft commercial, they'll be busting up laughing because they're telling you, don't send nudes, send nude. So they shouldn't backtrack, because when they backtrack, evil wins. When the one FBI or intelligence official, she tried to testify and used Barron Trump as an example of how his name is Barron, but he's not the title of Barron. And the conservatives were all offended. How dare you use Barron Trump's name? And she backtracked and said, I apologize, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have used that name as an example of what I was trying to talk about. And she lost. She needed to stand her ground and say, no, that was a perfect example. I was not belittling Barron Trump in any means or form. She let the Congress bully her. And that's what Kraft is doing. They're letting consumers who were offended bully them. It's Noodles. They're not sexualized. Seriously? My God. This is abuse, and it's got to stop. Don't force other people to live like you. And in most cases, they're projecting. These conservatives who complained probably do those plus things. But they don't want to admit it because they don't want to show their affiliation. Heaven forbid they come out of the closet too. I'm one like you all this time. I was just getting upset and angry because I didn't want to be. Just all need to chill, as we're going to chill this weekend, I guess. Just hilarious. Watch it while you can, because it'll be gone. It'll be censored forever.